Alright, hey everybody, this is going to be a booster tutorial video. We're going to go through pretty much every type of booster. I have all of them in this world except for a couple, so we're going to go through all of them. And I'm going to assume you don't know dick about minecarts. This will be a bit of an encyclopedia on boosters. So you've got your first track here, and you want to boost your minecart. Well, your basic booster, we're going to build this really quick. It's nothing fancy, everybody's seen it before. Track merges into itself, so you gotta fucking get it out of the way. It's going to be pretty rapid fire, but we've got a lot of different types of boosters to go through. So you might have to kind of stop and pause a couple times if you're trying to build along. So this is your basic entry booster. Loops around on you, resets itself, and your booster comes along. And it kind of catches it, but as you see, it's a little bit too far ahead. Sometimes it doesn't get enough speed, it doesn't really go full speed. It's okay that time. And the reason that's happening is because it's on a straightaway. It's just heading straight into it. You never want to do that with your boosters. It might work 9 out of every 10 times, but that isn't good enough. The one time it doesn't work, it's going to piss you off. And it won't make it for the same distance every time either. So there's a couple different ways to fix that problem. One is an incline or decline piece. With an incline or decline piece, it can go super slow to it and it'll pick it up perfectly every time and go max speed. Make it the max distance. That'll always work, so you don't have to worry about it. The second way to do it is on a corner. Let's make a corner real quick. Nice. It'll always pick it up on the corner as well. It'll always go max speed, max distance, don't have to worry about it. And the third way to make sure it works every time is to actually drop it. You can drop it right down, but it needs to be boosted while you drop it. So this is going to merge into itself because I did that incorrectly. That's how you fix that problem. So, let's see here. We are going to make a little bit of a drop booster. This is going to be very handy. Oh shit. Fuck, come on, get the fuck out of here. There we go. Okay, so how's this gonna work? Yeah, I know, this isn't planned very well, but it's good enough. So, if you want a booster on an incline piece, like a big incline like that, that works every time, then you're gonna want something like this. 2 pieces so that it can sit right there. That way it gets picked up on the incline. It's another type of booster you don't have to worry about. And then we're just going to loop it around. You saw how this works before. Put it up top. There you go. Put your cart down here. Here's your cart. Goes up. Catches that. Goes off the top. And then, oh, I forgot to put the cart back. So this is going to be kind of hard to see because I can't really get there in time. But it pretty much worked. Maybe, oh yeah, it went too far. How do you fix that problem? Put a backstop there. Sometimes it'll go all crazy, so you put it 2. Or if you really want to be there. Now it'll fucking work. Yeah, I know, I'm a pro. I know exactly what I'm doing. There we go. It catches it. It'll always catch it if it drops down like that from a boosted position. So you don't have to really worry. If you wanted that to be a permanent booster, then you would just do it this way. And now, get up there. It'll just go back and forth. So when you set up your first station, this is going to be something that you're going to have, a permanent booster like this. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to have a track right here that goes down, and it's going to loop around, and it's going to hit your minecart, wherever your minecart is sitting that you want to go on. And basically you're going to put a redstone torch underneath this piece right here, and it's going to flip it open so that it opens up and it sends this cart out and around. And you're going to see how that works. I know I didn't really demonstrate that here, but you'll see how that works. But so you're going to want one of these. I think every type of booster or every type of station has one of these, but there's going to be a problem with one of these. And that is, in certain places in the world, if you leave and reload, or if you go far enough away that this part of the world unloads on you, and then you come back and it reloads, it might end up looking something like this, where you've got this card up here, and this card sitting right here, and they're not permanently moving anymore. They got fucking stuck. It's like it's an error. And that can screw you up, because you'll be sitting in your minecart waiting for your booster to come to you, and it won't, because it's messed up, and then you got to manually reset it. So this isn't really ideal. There's ways to fix this, and we're going to go to 2 of those ways right now really quick. Okay, so here's your first perma booster alternative. I did not make this, and I can't remember the name of the guy that did, but thanks to him for doing this. So you see that there's 3 carts here and a door, and we're going to deconstruct this and rebuild it in a second. But the door opens and closes because it's hooked up to a button or a pressure plate. And yeah, it pushes that one cart out the door. Slowly, but it does it. Then it pushes it up and restarts it. And this way, if you reload out of the world and you load back in, it doesn't matter if the motion's stopped. It's very reliable. But I think I opened and closed it too fast in that. So how do you build this shit? Alright, let it cycle through one more time. So, the door, the location of it matters. If the door's on the inside of the block, like right here, it won't work. It needs to be on the outside of the block. So, alright, that's easy enough. Just like that. And then as you see, the track just ends right here. It goes around, it drops down so that it doesn't get too much speed. If it gets too much speed, they might merge into each other instead of staying up. And then there's a glass block here. It doesn't have to be glass, but it's to contain it on each end. Since there's no track here, you want this cart to have a block on either side to keep it straight, or else it might get knocked off the track. And it just drops straight down onto a block. Just like that other booster that I just showed you, it just drops onto another cart. So how do you load this up? You just drop 3 carts onto it. It has to be 3 carts. That seems to be what works the best. If you add another cart, they'll start to merge into each other and get all fucked up. So you have that, and you have this little booster right here for it to land on. It only goes 2 blocks, then it just goes up an incline and back. That's all it needs to do. That's enough to get it moving, as you saw. And this is a bit of a station. We'll get through this in a second. But I believe this is what I have it hooked up to, that door. Oops, I hit it a little bit too many times. But it's gonna happen twice now. So okay, that's pretty cool. And as you'll see, it goes. So what's going on here with this? Well, this is another type of booster. So here's a perma booster like before. If this one's never bugged out on me, that's why I haven't changed it to look like that. And there's one on this side that's the same deal. So in your basic cart setup, or your basic station setup, I should say, you're going to have this pressure plate hooked up to booster to take your cart away. I'm not really going to get into stations. This is going to be boosters in this video. But as you'll see, it comes through. It boosts it onto this. And in this case, when it's on top of a block like that, it can have a couple on top of it. They just stack on top of each other. It's kind of cool. This is just goes straight. And then it might take both of them. It just took the one. But I was standing in the fucking way. Oops. But it does that. Get up there. And as you see, it took it to here, which is the this is your exit. So you get in it, let's pretend. This gets sent out, brings me on my way. Oh fuck, it got away from me. And that gets sent down, and if there was a cart there, it would have replaced it. but I fucked it up. So this comes out, takes me away, I go away, that cart gets knocked down, and it brings that to me, so there's another one here next time I come. And God knows how far it went, I'll have to get it later. And you may have noticed in these two boosters here that these two are glitched into each other. That's called a double booster. That's the next kind of booster that we're going to cover. So a double booster, it's more than double actually. The amount of space it goes for is something like 4 times. I think so at least. It's pretty crazy. All your boosters should be double boosters if you want to go for a long distance. It actually saves iron. And how do you make it? Let's see here. I might have to destroy something. Alright, we're gonna have to put it right here. You put a block right on top. Oops. Needs to be a straight block. Just like that. You put a cart on top. You delete this carefully so that you don't accidentally destroy the cart. And now you see they're inside each other. There's 2 carts there. It just looks like one. So rebuild this. And if you touch it now, they'll go back to 2 carts. You don't want to touch it. You want to have another cart touch it, like so. And there you go. That can fix some of the glitching problems too, with the booster stopping its motion. It seems to make it a little bit better. And that works much better than just having a single cart. And as you see, they stay together. They drop down, they catch the cart that's there. It's not too big of a deal. So we're going to get on to the next kind in a second. I was going to fix this station. I'll see you in a second. Okay, I know I was supposed to get to the next alternative for a perma booster that won't glitch out, but since we're here, I'm going to show you how to make a 2-way double booster. So if you're heading in this direction to this station, it'll send you in this direction, and if you're heading from that direction here, it'll send you in that direction every time without having to worry about it. So I'll show you the track in a second. Basically, the booster goes there, and since it's a double booster, we might have to, that's not going to work because there's a track in the way. Get rid of this track. Okay, there we go. Another one on top. I know I just showed you how to make this, but you're going to have to do it again really quick. Okay, there we go. Double booster. This way it just goes up, it loops around, it drops down just like we've seen before. And in this direction, it just goes up 1 extra space and then drops down. So you're heading in this direction, it catches it on the bend. Come on, yeah, I got you. It sends you that way for a couple hundred blocks because it's a double booster. And if you're heading in this direction, it catches it on the decline and the bend, and then it sends it for a couple hundred blocks in that direction. So there you go. That's how you make it go both ways without ever having to worry about it not sending you for the same distance or bouncing into it or some shit like that. And we'll get to the next booster now.